All right, hey, we finally got a chance to talk to one of our favorite bands ever, Monster Truck. These guys have been consistently on our radar, and for some reason we never got around to talking to them. So thanks for giving us a couple of minutes, guys. So we're here at the Ontario Media Development Corporation for a showcase tonight. What's it all about, guys? What brought you out here? What's tonight all about?
It's really just been a lot of support coming our way, and a lot of funds kind of going towards the record label and kind of filtering through our band has allowed us to kind of like give us a little bit of an advantage as far as trying to make our market worldwide and getting our albums out, getting recorded, and getting ourselves overseas. Especially in Canada, it's kind of hard to kind of pull out of and get into other markets. So all the assistance has been pretty appreciated, and we're happy to be here and kind of give back, so to speak.
This Toronto embracing you, getting bigger, crazier. What was your overall impression of that show for you guys?
There's almost nothing more satisfying than coming up from the page or finishing it up kind of in our, not say our hometown, but almost basically our hometown, because we're extending so many Hamiltonians out to Toronto to do a Hamilton show. So to be able to come home is kind of like a victory lap and do two shows, in our area like that. It's always exciting. It's always like it's a celebration for us to end the tour and also to kind of like remind us and our fans where it all started. We were playing in Toronto 2-3 times a month at one point when we were starting the band. So coming there and do that kind of homecoming show was a lot of fun.
And speaking of touring around the different areas, how would you differentiate, let's say, the crowds in the States versus Europe, and then Canada as well? I mean, Canada's obviously hometown advantage. You guys are playing on home turf. That's kind of a separate category. How do you distinguish what's happening in the rock and roll scene in the States and in Europe?
It goes like this: Europe, States. So this is the good side of the spectrum.
Okay, that's
this is the boring side of the spectrum. Canada sits right in the middle.
Okay.
So it's like, there's a lot of that, and in America they don't care. They've seen it all, right? They get a different festival every 2 weeks, and it's always the same lineup, and it's just kind of like rock and roll's complacent in America.
Yeah.
In Europe, they're so excited and happy and crazy. Canada's like that, little brother kind of to Europe. Because we got more in common to Europe than America as far as I think just what people are.
Right.
And I don't know. It's a really weird thing when you think about it, because America's supposed to be rock and roll city, right? Detroit rock city, and everything else, and everyone loves rock and roll, but it's kind of the opposite, because they don't care about new rock and roll. They only care about what they know. In Europe, they care about everything, and in Canada, they have nothing.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's kind of. Every time I talk to a band, I always ask the same kind of question. It's kind of a pet project of mine to understand what's happening in the world. Yeah. Is rock and roll dead, at least at a commercial level and at an artistic level?
I think you can kill it. I think a lot of people say punk rock was dead, but there's a whole bunch of bad records too just going around where people are selling all sorts of venues and stuff. There's always going to be a market for guitar music, no matter what it is. I think rock and roll is the most marketable form of it because it's been in the forefront for so long. Sure, people say it's dead, but I mean, come on, EDM's dying right now. Yeah. So what do you want? Everything does.
What do you guys got coming up for the rest of the year? What's happening? We're marching out. What's going on for the next 8 months, 10 months?
Touring.
Non-stop pretty much. We're leaving for Europe on Sunday. We're going to do like 6 shows in Europe, mostly focusing on kind of press and we're doing media about the new release of the album, Sitting Heavy. And we're coming home for about a week, and we're going out to the United States for 6 weeks to do kind of a mix of headlining, opening, and festival run stuff. We're coming home from that. We're going to be doing a bunch of European tours, festivals, one-offs over the summer, and then we're going to be doing a 2.5-month tour with Nickelback in Europe, and we're doing a slot in November, and then
hopefully, we get to stay home.
hopefully hopefully record some new music. I mean, Sitting Heavy's tour, what we do every year is we put up top 10 records of the year. Every year we've been doing it for many years, and you know, I don't think we could knock down the number one spot. It's pretty much a good one. So Sitting Heavy is we love it. What is it about Sitting Heavy? What do you guys like? Highs, lows, highlights, lowlights, anything?
We basically kind of just stuck to the same thing that we used for Curiosity. You know, even in its mistakes. You know, we took a lot of the good from that album, and we also brought some of the mistakes along with it, which you know, added in an extended budget, an extended timeline, and again allowed us to get the album where it needed to be. We got to the end of the scheduled recording time where it was, you know, we're supposed to be finished the record, and we decided that we needed to do more. It needed to be better than it was. And so we did the extra recording session, and we delayed the album at least from the fall to the spring. And we did all that stuff that we said we weren't going to do again in the name of making sure that it was a proper follow-up on the record. So again, I think it worked. You know, even in its mistakes, it ended up being the album that it needed to be for us and for the fans. And we're really excited to be on the road and get us all live again, and you know, kind of just giving that album that people were waiting for back to the fans.
Yeah, it's a damn good album. I mean, we've been, you know, a lot of people have been hearing the songs being played live before even the album came out.
Yeah.
You guys are, you know, doing typically what a band does is try it out on the audience, see if you need to adjust it a little bit here and there. I'm sure there's a lot of feedback going on. Also, Temperance Movement. You guys brought Temperance Movement along, so we were very happy about this. One of our favorite bands. What brought up that decision?
We liked them.
Yeah.
We liked them. Me and Brandon saw them in Spain, and then we're like, oh, we like this band, and then basically they came over, we went and met them, and we really liked them, and we got along. So it was just a matter of time, you know.
Yeah.
And lucky us, because we made some good friends on that, and those guys they're so talented, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're a really good band. I mean, you know, Jimmy Page has called them out as loving that band, and like that's kind of what I heard about a few years ago. I'm like, wow, they're great.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Okay, guys, listen. We know you guys got a very busy schedule today. You're playing a little couple of songs tonight out hearing, so let's get back to it. Thanks for taking the time to rock out, and please represent Canadian rock and roll at its best. Thanks a lot, guys.